Many people have seen their health care costs skyrocket over the last year.
That's why state leaders hope to ease the strain on folks by addressing issues facing the system. WECT's JC Caldwell looking into a new announcement from the state today. JC, the governor created a new health care affordability commission.
Yeah, that's right, Fran. The governor believes the bipartisan group will help rein in surging health costs. He says this issue needs to be solved sooner rather than later. Stein says the commission will collect data, promote competition in the market for healthcare services, address healthcare workforce shortages by increasing supply of providers, and expand access to and utilization of primary care. Officials mentioned Americans are paying nearly 3 times as much for healthcare expenses as they were 20 years ago. Stein signed an executive order this morning establishing the new group, which will be made up of health experts and co-chaired by the State Secretary of Health and Human Services and State Treasurer Brad Briner.
It's not just an economic issue, it's a kitchen table issue. It's about whether people can afford to see a doctor, to fill prescriptions, or get the care they need without worrying too much what it will cost them. Here in North Carolina, I see that challenge every day.
The announcement comes ahead of state lawmakers planning to vote on the state budget this week, which includes increased funding for the state health plan and Medicaid. JC Caldwell, WECT News.